Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about the recent fitness update regarding Eric Garcia, and then later in the video we're also going to be talking about the two things that's currently wrong in Xavi's FC Barcelona. All of this is going to be discussed within today's video, but let's first talk about Eric Garcia because we do have a few updates. This has been a player that has been standing out for Barcelona lately, and now knowing that Eric Garcia could be out for a while, losing him now in the form that he is in, it is a big deal. So in the game against Granada, Eric Garcia was taken off on the 54th minute because he did encounter an injury, and then after it was announced that Eric Garcia will be out for approximately 5 weeks. It has also been said that with Eric Garcia's injury, he is the 16th player to suffer an injury this season, so he has the potential to miss about 5 to 6 games, and 5 to 6 very important games. So this is going to be a big loss for Xavi Hernandez, and I know that Eric Garcia has shown difficulty on adjusting in this Barcelona squad earlier this season, but now as we stand here today, he is one of the best performers for Barcelona, and statistically we can also prove that because we can see here that in the previous match, which was against Granada, Eric Garcia was the most accurate passer with a total of 96% in that game. So it shows you just how reliable he is on the ball. And in terms of reliability, right, just reliability, besides Ronald Araujo, Eric Garcia is just underneath of that list. Eric Garcia is one of the most reliable players in Barcelona because of what he does provide and how he distributes the ball. And then I know, right, like as a defender you also need to be able to distribute great tackles, great ground duels, and he also does have the stats to prove this. In that game he had a total of 2 tackles and 100% of them were completed. He has also distributed a total of 3 ground duels and 2 of them were succeeded. So these are the type of numbers that you would say this is a world-class center back. Like he rarely ever misplaces a pass, or he rarely misses either a tackle or a ground duel. So the way that this player has improved throughout this season, we should be very grateful that Eric Garcia is a Barcelona player. And the fact that this player is going to be out for the Super Cup semifinal against Real Madrid, hopefully we get to hear that Ronald Araujo is going to be fit for that match because we are going to need him. And it's so crazy how times do change, right? Because about 2 or 3 days ago we were saying how Eric Garcia and Piqué need to step up for Araujo's potential absence going up against Real Madrid, but now it is time for Araujo to step up to the plate and be there for the absence of Eric Garcia. And I do expect to see a defensive line of Dani Alves on the right, Piqué and Araujo as the center back duo, and Jordi Alba as the left back going up against Real Madrid. So let's hope that Eric Garcia returns as soon as possible. Let's appreciate what this player is becoming in this season because he is going to be a very important player for Xavi's Barcelona and for the future. Now let's move on towards the next topic of today, and we are going to be talking about the 2 things that is wrong with Xavi's FC Barcelona. Now look, this is where I do stand right now. I still think that Xavi's Barcelona is way better than Ronald Koeman's Barcelona, way better, but there is clear weaknesses within this squad that do need to be fixed, because if we do not fix them, we're never going to be competitive. Like this is what gives me like the most frustration, right, is that I actually assumed that these things that need to be fixed currently were already fixed, but I'm just going to say how it is. Like I know that right now we are in that moment where we're like, wow, it's Xavi's Barcelona, wow, we're going to go back to that tiki-taka, but I'm going to say it how it is. Like if I see a problem, we are going to be talking about it. If I see a problem, we have to discuss it. Not everything is going to be sunshine and rainbows. Like all of this does need to be re-engineered, has to be fixed, and we are now going to be here to talk about it. So moving on to point number 1, that is going to be the set pieces. This is something that definitely does need to be fixed, and it does say here, according to Mundo Deportivo, Barcelona have conceded the most goals from set pieces of all teams in La Liga with a total of 10. So even if we do not concede a goal coming from a set piece, we also do actually suffer from those set pieces, and we're like, oh my god, like why do we have to be so dramatic when we have to defend these set pieces? Like why can't we just ever be stable enough and be more secured during these moments? Like I have no idea why Barcelona right now are suffering right now when it comes to set pieces. Like does it have to do with being disorganized? Does it have to do with these players not knowing their roles or not knowing how to defend, or these players just not practicing at all these set pieces during training? So it does have to be fixed, because if it doesn't get fixed, there is going to be clubs going up against us, studying us and saying, oh look, this Barcelona squad, they don't defend set pieces well, let's add this towards our game plan to defeat this team, which is Barcelona. And especially in today's game, right, in today's game, what we mainly do see is these teams implementing great set pieces set-pieces strategies. And Barcelona do have to accustom themselves to that. They have to learn how to defend a corner kick or a free kick or a throw-in or a goal kick. Now let's move on towards the second problem that we are seeing under Xavi's Barcelona, and that is going to be definitely the intensity. Because in the game against Granada, it really showed where Barcelona's level is once they know that the opposition is going to match their level. Barcelona always look intimidated after the opposition finds a way to step up, and that is a big problem. Barcelona cannot be that team. Like Barcelona, of course, right? Let's appreciate the fact that they want to come in the first 15 to 20 minutes and bring all of their intensity, bring all of the focus towards bringing that first goal. But the moment you get really into the game, like in the 60th minute or 65th minute, and you see the team and the opposition gain momentum, a level, Barcelona end up getting intimidated and they back down. They're like, wait a minute, things are not going our way. What's going on? And then they end up getting scored on, and then we end up losing or tying the game. This is why Barcelona have so much trouble defending a 1-0 lead. They just can't cope with the intensity. And Müller from Bayern Munich has said this so perfectly. And there has been numerous examples in that game against Granada. Like for example, we saw Jordi Alba not wanting to make that overlapping run on the left flank, or we saw Dembele slowly regress throughout the game, like he was being less and less involved within the game plan. And then we saw Memphis Depay come in as a sub, knowing that Barcelona needed a goal. He showed nothing. He showed no enthusiasm. Every time he had the ball, he immediately lost it, or his body language just looked like he was just not interested. And I don't like that. I don't like when players are wearing the Barcelona shirt and they look like they're just not interested in playing. Like, you do have to show some sort of enthusiasm that you want to play on the field. And then when it comes to Abde, he also did not show anything, but for a different reason. It is because many of these midfielders or other players around him did not even want to get him the ball in the first place, and so that's why he couldn't do anything. The only player that actually showed some sort of intensity and actually looked like they wanted to compete against Granada, it was Dani Alves. He was the only player, and I hope that these players in Barcelona end up learning from what Dani Alves was doing and what type of player he is and what type of attitude to have. You look at the teams like Liverpool or City or Bayern. I'm not asking for something very different that we do not see in football. We do see this type of intensity coming from Liverpool or City or Bayern Munich. They show the intensity, and even their subs, when the subs come in, they do their all. They do their all to bring a goal or a assist. Why? That is because they are very well trained. But right now, we do have players in here that once they are 1-0 up, they're acting like they're winning 6-0 on the 91st minute, or they're acting like they don't need to get into the top 4 and they're within the top 2, like they're first place or second place. Going into the top 4 is going to be so mandatory, and right now we have to fix the intensity in order to get to that place, because if we don't, we're just going to continue to sit out within the top 4. We have to show that we want to play, because it's going to be very important for this team to get to the top 4 and go to the Champions League next season in order to strengthen ourselves financially and sportingly. But those are going to be the things that I believe Barcelona should fix. That is what's currently going on with Eric Garcia. That is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona daily news. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.